Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking about what a contract is and what happens if a contract falls through. Okay, so a contract is when a seller and a buyer commit to buying and selling the property. Now, this is not just a commitment, it's also part of the law. So if there's anything that falls through, there's going to be consequences. Okay, so how can a contract fall through? The most common ways are from a low appraisal and from large purchases from the buyer. So a low appraisal is going to cause problems with the bank giving a loan to the buyer. If a buyer now makes a large purchase, what ends up happening there is the debt to income ratio will get affected, and then that's also going to affect the buyer from getting a loan to purchase the property. Okay, now those are those two parts that happen during the middle of contract, so that's why it can affect the contract. Now, what are the consequences if a contract falls through? Now, for the seller, for the most part, if it's not their fault, they just go back into the market or they take the next offer that was next to the buyer who was currently purchasing the property. Now, what happens to the down payment? Okay, so if it's the buyer's fault, right? So if the buyer gets out of the contract because they don't want to be in the contract, then the seller ends up keeping the down payment. Now, if it's not the buyer's fault, let's say it's the bank's fault, or if the seller wants to back out of the contract, then the buyer normally gets the down payment back, okay? So that was just a quick glimpse of what a contract is and what the consequences are. Of course, there's a lot more to it, but those are the main keys to get out of it. If you guys have any more questions, please feel free to reach out. And as always, I'm your real estate guy, and I'll talk to you soon.